Hey there, my name's Nikki. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. I love to cook. I'm not always good at it, but I always try really hard. Today, I'm gonna do a new type of video called Shop My Pantry. Now, if you watch makeup YouTubers like I do, many of them often do a series called Shop My Stash. What that means is they basically go through their huge makeup collections and they try to rediscover some makeup that might be put away in some of their drawers and their closets, etc. It's 1 week until payday and I'm trying to be more frugal and thrifty. What I'm going to do is I'm going to look at my pantry and I'm going to look at my refrigerator. I'm going to make a list of my ingredients and then I'm going to scour the internet and my mini cookbooks to find some recipes to use as a base. My goal is to make meals that are delicious, mostly healthy, and will last me the whole week. That also save me money at the grocery store. If you want to see me shop my pantry for the first time, keep on watching. Okay, so I've looked in at my pantry and I've looked in the refrigerator. So let's go over the staples I have. I have some Kodiak pancake mix, about 2 cups of flour, and then cocoa, Crisco, powdered sugar, brown sugar, just baking essentials, stevia, oats, a bag of instant mashed potatoes, jasmine and basmati rice, white quinoa, tricolored quinoa, peanuts, dates, black-eyed peas, lentils, crushed tomatoes, a can of pumpkin, vegetable broth, honey, orange juice, almond milk, 1 tomatillo, frozen berries, and 1/2 cup of beef crumbles. I'm gonna look through these cookbooks, I'm gonna look online and see what we can come up with. So I have come up with my 3 different meals, 1 dessert, and breakfast options. Meal number 1 is going to be smoky black-eyed pea soup. That's where I am going to use the black-eyed peas and quinoa and some vegetable broth I have and the crushed tomatoes. And I am going to make a tuna salad on lettuce. This one I don't have a lot for, but I do need a lunch option that's a bit more light because I only have about 20 minutes to eat. So that's going to be my lunch option. Another dinner option is going to be fried vegetable rice / stir fry. And for breakfast, since I have so many frozen fruits, I'm gonna continue with my smoothies. And with the pumpkin pie and the oats, I'm just gonna make some quick pumpkin pie overnight oats. So I am gonna total up how much this needs. I really only need to pick up the produce. So I need a yellow onion, some carrots, maybe some collard greens. I don't really like collard greens, so I might skip that step. Cherry tomatoes. I need capers, but are they really necessary for what I'm trying to make? Probably not. If I can find them at Dollar Tree, I might get them. I need 1 little thing of Greek yogurt, some peas, red or green bell pepper, bean sprouts, just things to throw in the stir fry, 6 eggs, a lemon, bananas, and romaine lettuce. So it shouldn't come out to be too much. I'm hoping $15 to $20. Oh, I also need coffee creamer. I'll add that. That's a want, not a need, but I drink coffee every day, so I'm gonna put it on there. I will check back with you after I go to the grocery. First meal of the day is the first meal that we are going to cook. And there's really no cooking involved. I actually had all of these ingredients on hand, so this is a great start to shopping my pantry. I am just gonna make some pumpkin pie overnight oats. I was inspired by Simply Nailogical or Christine to do overnight oats. I'd heard about them before, but I love her channel, I love Ben, and she talked about all the different combinations of overnight oats she did, and so that inspired me. I will link her overnight oat video below if you want that same inspiration. So I've made this a few times, so I just remember the recipe off the top of my head, and you can make the changes as you see fit, but I'll type the recipe below. First, you need 2 cups of old-fashioned oats. We are gonna do about 1/2 cup of pumpkin, and we'll see where that gets us. I have a ton here, obviously, so we will see how much we actually want. I love pumpkin, so I don't mind it being super pumpkin-y. So 1/2 cup, that's a heaping half, of pumpkin. A nice drizzle of honey, probably about a tablespoon. This is our natural sweetener. Some roasted peanuts to add a little more crunch, more depth, since the oats get kind of mushy and saturated. I put 2 small handfuls. We're gonna do a couple shakes of pumpkin pie spice to just amp that up. a little sprinkle of stevia, and we're gonna put in our unsweetened vanilla almond milk. You can use any type of milk you want. I'm just really into almond milk right now, and I'm just gonna stir a little bit over, or pour a little bit over, and now we're gonna stir and see if we need to make any kind of other changes. If it's too wet, we can always add more oats. If it's too dry, we can always add more milk. And you want it to be pretty wet because you want the liquid to soak into the oats, but you don't want a soup per se. This is looking pretty good so far. I love that it has the orange color of the pumpkin. I am going to add a little bit more oats just because it is a bit too wet for my liking. So I'm doing about half a cup. Gonna stir that in and then we'll taste it. Container, this is about 2.5 coats, will feed me for 5 days of breakfast. If this is what I want for breakfast, I might also use it as like an afternoon snack for the gym or something to eat during my planning period if I'm feeling a bit hungry. Now I'm gonna try just a little bite and see if the sweetness and the pumpkin level is there. I'm loving everything about this. I think the pumpkin is coming through. I might add just a little bit more pumpkin because I know the oats can be a little bit overpowering. So I'm gonna do about 1/4 cup. Add that in there. Add a little bit more pumpkin pie spice. Ooh. And a sprinkle more of stevia. I like to convince myself that because it has no calories, it doesn't matter how much I use. Probably not true, but I'm gonna go with that fantasy for now. And give it one last final mix, get those spices and that stevia mixed in. There we have it, our first meal complete, pumpkin pie overnight oats. So we are on to our second meal, and that is the quick little tuna mixture that I'm gonna put on the romaine lettuce. The only things I had to purchase for this were the Greek yogurt and the 2 cans of tuna. This is really, really simple. I'm just gonna pour the 2 cans of tuna into my bowl. And this is the bowl that I will take to school. It's a lot easier if I can just make it in there. And I'm gonna smash up the tuna, make sure it's all incorporated. Put the second can in there. This is a pretty simple mix, mostly because I don't really like a lot of fixins in my tuna. I know it's typically made with mayonnaise and relish, but I'd rather have like a pickle on the side, a pickle or 2 on the side, and I don't really like mayonnaise, so I'm going to use this Greek yogurt. I just got Oikos, plain Greek yogurt. You definitely don't want vanilla in your tuna. Go ahead and dump that 1 serving in there. You want to get as much as you can because this is your like binding agent. That's pretty good. That's about as much as we're gonna get. Then I'm gonna take a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, and I like to step up my tuna game with some dill weed or any type of dill really. So a couple shakes of that, and then a little bit of lemon juice to add that tartness. Now I'm just gonna stir it all up with my fork. And taste test. You could always add things like paprika or crushed red pepper or any other spice that really you think complements tuna or is something that you like. Honestly, this could probably use 1 more can of tuna. It's a little heavy on the Greek yogurt, but I think it will be fine. Let's taste test. Great. That's it for meal number 2. For the third dish, I am gonna make a simple stir fry. I already had the imitation crab. I already had the rice and the sauce that I'm gonna put with the stir fry. So all I needed to buy was the sugar snap pea stir fry. And in this, it has snap peas, broccoli, green beans, yellow squash, red peppers, carrots, yellow peppers, water chestnuts. I found it was gonna be a lot easier and a lot cheaper to buy this whole bag of frozen veggies than to buy a bunch of fresh veggies, cut them up and put them in here. And even though I like the taste of fresh veggies better, I am looking for convenience and budget-friendly items, and so this is good. But first, I want to get the rice started. And normally, I would cook rice on the pot, but because I am pressed for time right now, and I'm just trying to get things made for the rest of the week, I am going to go ahead and do that in the microwave. So I'm using some jasmine rice that I already had. You could use any type of white rice. And it says in a 2-quart microwave-safe dish, 1 3/4 cups of water and a cup of rice. So I already have the 1 3/4 cups of water. I'm going to pour that in there. And just 1 cup of rice. I also have basmati rice, but I've been eating that pretty consistently. So I wanted to give this jasmine rice a chance to shine. And then you're just going to pop this in the microwave on high for 5 minutes, and then reduce the power to 50% and microwave for another 10 minutes. So this is going to take 15 minutes in the microwave. I'm just going to give it a stir. Yes, my hands are clean and I'm the only one eating this. That's why I stirred it like that. So I am going to go set this for the first 5 minutes, and then we'll come back and get started on our stir fry. I'm going to go ahead and turn the skillet on medium heat. So that can get warmed up. I'm using the copper skillet today, so I don't need to use any oil. And I'm gonna go ahead and cut into this imitation crab meat. I like imitation crab meat. Some people think that the imitation effect, the fact that you can taste that it's not 100% one thing or 100% another, is a big turnoff. And I totally get that and respect that, but I am not one of those people. So I am just gonna take about about 6 of the like imitation legs. And I am just gonna dice these into small bite-sized pieces. They're still a little frosty, but that will work itself out in the skillet. I do say so myself. And while these are sitting here, they will have a chance to thaw a little bit more while we're working on the stir fry. So I'm gonna set that to the side. Might use a little bit more if I think the vegetables are going to be overwhelmed. It's nice to have that source of protein. And I can feel that the skillet's getting warm. Might turn it a little bit medium to high. And go ahead and pour these in. I am going to toss a little bit of soy sauce in there for some liquid to get it started. And later we will be adding some gochujang. Oh, this isn't gochujang. I wish I had gochujang. I'm gonna add some chili garlic sauce. After thinking about it for a moment and looking at the quantity of veggies, I'm gonna take 4 more of these imitation crab sticks and just dice them in the same way that I've already diced the rest. And then I will reserve the others for another recipe. I went ahead and actually transferred the veggies to my wok just because I remembered that I actually wanted to be a complete stir fry. So I want to put that rice in here as well. And that other skillet wasn't really going to provide the room for that. So what I'm doing is just tossing this around. I can still tell that it's not quite there yet. The broccoli is still softening up, and that's really one of the major ways to tell. And I'm still waiting for some of the squash, but I am gonna go ahead and add some of this chili garlic sauce to get that soaking and saturating in there. So I have about a tablespoon here. I'm just gonna take a tablespoon for now, and I'm gonna check that heat in a minute and see how spicy that is. Remember, I love spice, but even this chili garlic sauce can be extremely spicy, and so I don't want to risk ruining the dish or overpowering it because I went too hard too fast. And that is the sound of our rice, so I'm gonna check on that, and I will be right back to add the imitation crab. The vegetables are not quite done, which is fine. We wanna give the time for the crab to get all melded in with the flavors, soak up some of this juice and sauce at the bottom. And so I'm gonna go ahead and just pour these chunks in here and get it all incorporated. Let's try another little broccoli florette. The spice is getting up there for sure. I don't want to be too much, like I said, because I don't want to overpower the dish. The next step is to add the rice, so as soon as that's finished, I'll come back and do that, and then we'll be done. And now I'm just gonna incorporate everything together. and make sure it's all heated through. And that will be one of my dinners this week. Definitely made a lot of rice. I probably could have cut that in half, but it looks like it's gonna be really, really good. So I'm just gonna keep mixing this. I'm probably gonna add just a little bit more salt and pepper. And then we will be good to go on this. And then when you serve, you just serve a big heap full of it, and you can add some chili garlic sauce at the top, or like I said, sriracha, anything, or you can just eat it as is, maybe a little soy sauce. So just a sprinkle bit more of salt, a little bit more of pepper, and then our stir fry is complete. My final recipe for this Shop My Pantry is a smoky black-eyed pea soup. Because you have to soak the peas or the beans before you cook them, and then the cooking takes about 2 hours, you might not see anything but the finished product there. But no, I got 2 beans of black-eyed peas on sale for 75 cents a bag, since it's a big New Year's tradition. And all I really needed to pick up were carrots and onions, because I already had the rest of the seasoning, the vegetable broth, etc., and the quinoa. I'll link the recipe I'm using down below, and I will insert some pictures here. Thanks for joining me today. I hope that this inspires you to shop your pantry and see what you can come up with what you already have. If you do anything like this, please share your results down below, or follow me on Instagram at @the_relatable_cook. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you like this, and if you're not already subscribed, or don't, it's totally up to you. Have a great week.